So this is Akmir Snowdrift. It is another one of our icy levels, but as you can see, it's being racked by a snowstorm right now. And the snowstorm is actually a gameplay element. It actually shifts your visibility in and out. So with a career like the Tactician, it becomes really helpful to have Spot and Mark unlocked and handy. See you guys out there, but looking at the tactical spawn areas that we're coming up to, it's really helpful to know who's close to you and who isn't, so that way you can take it. We're going to go in this direction and take this tactical spawn area. This is a very vital one. Ooh, we can see some Hellgas really swarming up. All right, we take this tactical spawn area, and this one essentially almost cuts our map completely in half. There's another one on the opposite end. Go to the opposite side, but we can see that my other Tactician friend already took it for us, and right now we're going to be aggressive and start pushing through. So it's really helpful if the Hellgas start taking these tactical spawn areas back. Being that this is a wide open spot, go ahead and toss your sentry drone out in the middle. He'll have a good clear view of all your enemies, and not only that, but because he fires, give you tracer line of sight, give you an idea of where the enemies are coming from. All right, so this is the Infiltrator. Infiltrator is going to be a little tougher on this map, being that we're out in the open, so you want to take some roundabout routes to get to where you want to be. So right now, let's say for instance, we are playing body count. Well, body count's all about killing the other opponent, so stick on your disguise. Come out of an area that isn't obviously owned by the enemy, or in their case, your team. Go ahead and sneak your way up onto the rig, being that I'm ISA. I'm going to start coming from behind at this point. Because now I can run fast, I can sprint, and I've got brutal melee unlocked with this higher rank. Get behind a guy. Oops, just missed him. Grab him. Being that you have maxed disguise at this point, or at least my character does right now, you don't break your disguise. It keeps you running, still in disguise mode. Hopefully get around, catch a guy before he spots you. And at this point too, it's best if you pick up a weapon like the STA-52 silenced. Get a little more range in a map like this, and being that it's silenced, it'll keep you on the undetected on the radar. Even if you do drop your disguise, you still won't pop up on the radars, which is nice. All right, so the field medic's role is quite simple in this map. Keep your team alive. I'm using the silenced M82 pistol or assault rifle with this guy because, well, it keeps me off the radar, which is really helpful. I pull out my little mini drone. As you can see, my buddy just died, but somebody just killed him. I didn't get a chance to revive him. Kind of hide out in corners. Don't run yourself out in the open, because once you're out in the open, you are just essentially fodder for the marksmen that are spotting this area. You can kind of see that this rig is built up to be a great sniper's perch, and the Hellgas have the advantage of sniping, while the ISA have the advantage of cover. Keep behind enemy lines, or keep behind your friendly lines. Just run out of there when you get a chance. Team up with a Marksman, so that way you can actually stay off the Tactician's radar. Or go ahead and team yourself up with a Tactician and help them take over the tactical spawn areas. This is a good place to keep your friends alive and keep yourself guarded until they need some revival. All right, so this is the Engineer, and right now I'm on the Hellgas side of the map. The M1 is a really good choice for the Engineer in this map, mainly because it's a little more accurate when you're looking down the sights. And the accuracy helps because it's a wide open map in the center, and you're forced to really cross it when you want to play game modes such as, search and retrieve, capture and hold, search and destroy. You do have to go into enemy territory. Also, this bot placed at locations that have good line of sight is very helpful for keeping the Hellgas base well defended. You want to cover up these two areas, because this plank and the plank over on this side are the main routes for the ISA to get up. We've also got some alternate routes down below, but if you keep the main routes covered with your bots, you're doing your team a good favor of just basically stemming the flow of the ISA, assaulting your base. Also, because this map is large, you're going to want to make sure that you keep your tactical, or your ammo crates healed and loaded for your team. But it's a little hard to spot when you've got a marksman who's actually jamming your radar, so do a good job and kill any marksman you see. So right now I'm playing with the Marksman. Marksman has an advantage and a disadvantage in this map. Obviously, the snowstorm is going to be a disadvantage. That disadvantage is, his line of sight's a little less, but at the same time, it also works as another cloak. Get yourself cloaked, get yourself really nice positions over here, especially over the ISA who's approaching. But watch out for the ISA. They've got their own positions close to their base. The fact that they blend into the snow makes them really hard to spot when they're playing as Marksman. The Marksman has a good chance of really covering his team from close to where he starts out. So go ahead and approach the edge of the rig, but be careful. The closer you get into the battlefield, the easier it is to start spotting the Marksman. If you want to get a little closer and you don't want to actually play the long-range game, you might want to pull out weapons like the M66, go cloaked in here, and help a tactician take your tactical spawn areas back. Or pull out your STA-52 and running gun it a little bit with a scramble, causing some havoc for your team.